All right, everybody, welcome in. We are here with Sushi Universe. This is their finals for their season 1 league. This is the finals. We have 16 teams in here tonight. And these teams have been battling it out, fighting to try to make it this far. for the finals for the $250 cash pool that is on the line for these teams. These teams are going to be giving it their all tonight to try to take home that final and make it to the overall. Our first map is going to be Erangel, home to everybody that plays this game. This is the very first map that everybody gets comfortable with and kind of gets used to. We're going to see long range, short range, the close combat, everything, wide variety. Our first flight path for tonight's coming out of Lipovka all the way down to Primorsk. It's a very kind of a southern flight path, but got some good places along this flight path for the teams to jump out, loot up, suit up, and grab what they need to be able to take on those fights. We've got Yasnaya Polyana that is out there just a little ways. We've got Pachinki School and Rozik that is well doable for these teams to jump out, get to those locations. We also have the military base in Novorepnoy, military base as well. We have Milta Power. Great places for these teams to get down, loot up. We might see some teams kind of move out a little ways away from this flight path. We'll see how it goes for match number 1. And we've got teams that are already starting to jump out. Looks like we got 2 teams that very well could be going into Yasnaya Polyana. We'll keep that there. And our first zone is going to be kind of the center, north and northeast. Still have Rozik and School in play for these teams. Quite a few teams are waiting and jumping out towards the very end. But it looks like we are already team 3. PRX has a member down, has already been eliminated. They must have not have jumped together, but we're going to head over to team 5, where they do have an elimination already up there on the board for their team. They are starting this very first match off being a team of 3. Let's see how well they can hold it against these full squads. Velocity Team 12, 2 eliminations already on the board for the team, and they are starting out really strong here. We've already seen a very quick fights. And the PRX has completely been eliminated already. So we are down to 17 teams, or 14 teams that are remaining. And these teams are scattered out quite a bit. We do have quite over here in Gatka. We'll keep an eye on them as they do start to kind of close in one another. And guys, if you want to see any team in up close and personal and you want to see what these teams are doing, let me know in the chat what team you want to see and I'll try to hop over there. All right, team 18, team Entity. All right, so far these teams are kind of taking it slow just a little bit. They're trying to grab exactly what they need. All right, team 11. It's going to be Golden Phyra. And they are looting up here inside the Gatka area. Just north of them is going to be team 15, I believe. And it is. Team 15 is going to be Invincible Zombies. And they are another team that has started out match 1 here being a team of 3. So we'll have to see how well they can hold up to these full squads. All right, team 13, Broken Spirits. full squad match number 1, but they are scattered out quite a bit here, so we'll have to see how that plays out for them. They are looting in different areas, so hopefully no team member actually runs into any other teams, because that's going to be either a 4v1 or a 3v1, depending on what team's moving in. Team 17, Q17. Again, another one. A lot of these, so far, we've seen a few teams that have already been, that starting out with match 1 being just a team of 3, but they're looting inside Quarry very nicely. Well, let's head on down to ICe ELVES, team 8. They are down in Primorsk, looting and grabbing everything that they need. And they are as a full squad, and they are sticking close to one another. All right, our teams are moving in. It looks like we're going to have some action here, kind of in the mansion, Yasnaya Polyana area, as these teams are going to be rotating in. Team Control Star JPK looks like he was getting a few hits, taking some hits on the car there, but is able to stay alive and has keep moving and getting out of range as quickly as possible. Team 16, MANIC. And they are staying close in the vicinity of one another. This does kind of broaden their area. And give me just a sec there. We definitely had a crash there. We're going to get y'all back. All right, so Team 4 is where we left off. Team 4, Complex Esports, out there in the military base. They are coming across that bridge. So that's going to put them just in a side zone. We got a couple teams that are bunching up there in the school, Razak, Yasnaya, Polyana area. Let's go jump in with Team 9. QS. All right, looks like they do have this little compound by themselves right now, but off at the distance, you do see Team Control. Looks like they're going to be moving in, so we're going to, and our zone is closing in into that area. It looks like we're going to hop in. Team 9 is about to get some action here. All right, Takeshi did definitely. If I pronounce any names wrong, I do apologize. All right, looks like they were getting some shots in. Doesn't look like any damage was taken to Team Control. But Team Control definitely now knows exactly where that team is at. All right, our teams are rotating in. We're moving in here momentarily into Zone 3. So, with still 14 teams remaining, It is gonna be brutal, and it's gonna be very quick fights here as the zone does get smaller and more teams are still alive. Zero Mercy, Team 6. They're here in the school. Actually, they're in the apartments of the school. They've got to be careful. It looks like Broken Spirits might be moving into the school. Looks like they're going to be continue on right on through, kind of rotating into more of the center zone, it looks like. Entity. All right, Q17, and they are rolling through as well. Let's see. They did get a few good hits there. And they did grab, Entity did grab that, getting a pop tire. So that's going to slow them down here in the vehicle, but not too far from the rest of their team. Alright, and they're going to be making a home here in the ruins. Which ruins is almost kind of in the center. Oh, we've got a fight going on here with a broken... What was it? Broken Spirits are rolling around. Alright, Team Entity kind of closing in. They are in the between some teams here. Somebody's got a DBS in hand. This SK-12 shotgun, nice drop. Mr. Flash down to just a little bit of health. Was able to back up, get healed up, and the rest of the team was able to actually come in and help and get that team elimination. Alright, they are up to 4 eliminations on the board. And another team bites the dust and is down and out. Q17 still over there in the ruins. They are sitting as a team of 3, so they may or may wait on the prime opportunity to be able to move in. MANIC is in trouble. Looks like they are completely down and out. But before they went down and out, they definitely were able to get some eliminations there. So that's going to be up to, bringing them up to 4 eliminations. And they're going to be sitting as that full squad still. We'll keep an eye on Entity in Q17 as they are getting dangerously close to one another as they are moving through. All right, our zone reshifts again, so these teams are going to be moving in, and it's about to be extremely brutal here for these teams. We've got a couple teams that are, we've got Team 4 has a member down. Hopefully they can get that revive. Alright, Team 4 just lost a member right there. So that's going to be putting them as a duo moving forward. ICe ELVES may be up to that 1 elimination. And they are sitting as a team of 3. Alright, Luffy with some good shots. And Complex Esports is going to hold the church here inside Pachinki. Ooh, Razak, we got teams that are stacking up quick. Zero Mercy moving in. And Invincible zombies. 0 eliminations. They are going up against a full squad. They are a team of 3, so Zero Mercy with that full squad. And Zero Mercy is moving right on through. Looks like they did get a little bit here. Alright, Mercy did get a little bit of damage. Alright, Zero Mercy has to be extremely careful here. They do have another team. Team 6. I think we've already looked at Zero Mercy. So this is going to be Team 9. QS. Alright, so we do have 2 teams right here in the Watertown area. So we could see that, we could definitely see these 2 teams. We do have Team 7. Top losers. Full squad. They have definitely been silent this and up till now. Haven't really seen much of them do anything, but they are kind of playing it safe here, trying to get into the at least the top 5, trying to make those placement points and waiting for the prime time to be able to take on eliminations. 12 teams remain. And we have a lot. Alright, looks like the Watertown is going to be our hotspot now. We've got 3 teams in the area. Complex Esports moving in. We got Zero Mercy and QS. Complex Esports needs to, they are a duo here. So let's see if they can hold their own against these teams that are going to be outnumbering them. Well, definitely. And our zone is closing in right into that area. So this is gonna be crazy here. Hopefully some of these teams will kind of wait it out a little bit before actually really moving into zone. We do have Q17. Cornos, long range shots. It does get a hit though. Gamma Boo hitting lit. Nice hit. Did get a drop, it looks. Let's go check it out. Did get that drop for sure. Cronus may be in trouble. It looks like a teammate is going to come in for that revive. That's going to be key. Oh! And teammate gets dropped. Mr. Orochi goes down. That is going to be a very tough revive location for sure. They do have only 1 member still standing. Hopefully they can get in there and get the revive, at least keeping them up to a team of 3. All right, we still got a handful of teams that are kind of outside the zone. Let's go. And it looks like their last team member comes in with a clutch revive. Absolutely amazing here. This should keep them up to a team of 3. If both of these team members can be fully revived and healed up. And it looks like a Floofy, I believe that's who it was, that was moving into zone. All right. Zone is still staying in that Watertown area. All right, we've got a fight going on kind of across the water here with the team of 15. SK laying low, definitely laying low. Looks like it got hit a few times. All right, teams are starting to definitely move in here. I do apologize for that to be still dropping. I'll have to try to make some adjustments here on the next go round. And Zero Mercy, they still have 4 full squad, but they do have 1 elimination. Nice grenade. Velocity has a member down, and now we're gonna both of the cameras up. We're definitely gonna try to get y'all here back up. The action is starting to get heated here. All right, getting y'all back here in that action. All right, we've got 9 teams that are remaining. All right, team 11, team 7 as well. All right, we definitely can't hold that. Definitely going to need to make some adjustments for sure for graphics and whatnot on this. All right. Getting crazy here. All right, we had team of 15 kind of close in too into the water treatment. They do have a member that is dropped and is down and out. So I believe it's team 15 and now going to be moving forward, being just a duo here right in the middle of the action. That zone has closed in. SK with the team 15 is down. We've got 6 teams that are remaining. Four teams that are remaining. We've got team 4, team 6, team 9 just been eliminated. 3 teams remain. So it's 4, 6, and 15. And team 6, Zero Mercy, still sitting as a full squad. They have 6 eliminations. One of their members is down. Hopefully they can get that revive and keeping them, and they did for sure. I was able to get that revive and they are back up to a full squad. All right, Team 15 kind of laying low, trying to ease their way into this action with just 3 teams that are remaining. Complex Esports sitting as that duo. So Zero Mercy right now has majority of their members that are still alive. This could be an easy chicken to dinner for them for match number 1. All right, down to just 2 teams remain. The last member, Team 15, tried making a hard push. Inspector, can he get it? Is that going to be the molly to do it? Just barely gets the drop. All right, Panic 99K. Last one still standing. And Zero Mercy is moving in extremely fast here. Down and out, Zero Mercy for the chicken dinner for match number 1. Complex Esports coming in second. And Invincible Zombies coming in third. All right, here is a 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. A slaughter going all out, going to Golden Fire with 5 eliminations. Best companion with 2 rescues. Nightmare with Zero Mercy pushing up there into the stairwell, grabbing that final kill for Zero Mercy for match number 1. Alright guys, we'll be right back with match number 2. Hang tight and stay with us. Four teams that are remaining. We've got Team 4, Team 6, Team 9 just been eliminated. 3 teams remain, so it's 4, 6, and 15. And Team 6, Zero Mercy, still sitting as a full squad. They have 6 eliminations. One of their members is down. Hopefully they can get that revive and keeping them, and they did for sure. Was able to get that revive, and they are back up to a full squad. All right, Team 15 kind of laying low, trying to ease their way into this action with just 3 teams that are remaining. Complex Esports sitting as that duo. So Zero Mercy right now has majority of their members that are still alive. This could be an easy chicken to dinner for them for match number 1. All right, down to just 2 teams remain. The last member, Team 15, tried making a hard push. Inspector, can he get it? Is that going to be the molly to do it? Just barely gets the drop. All right, Panic 99K. Last one still standing. And Zero Mercy is moving in extremely fast here. Down and out, Zero Mercy for the chicken dinner for match number 1. Complex Esports coming in second. And Invincible Zombies coming in third. Alright, here is a 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through All right, match number 2. We're going to be here in Myanmar. This is going to be one of the larger land maps. So we're going to see a very different game style play for these teams. We are going to more than likely see a lot of these teams kind of slow down a little bit and take their time. And there's a lot of places to cover for this map. A lot of good places to jump down, loot up, suit up, and prepare for the fights to come. But we'll have to see where these places are going to be as soon as we get on that plane. All right, we've got a western flight path that's coming from the bottom of the map, most southern point of this map, all the way up to La Cabrera. All right, we've got San Martin, Hacienda. Now, this is going to be a good place for these teams to jump down, loot up, suit up, grab what they need. You've got the power grid, got some stuff there. You have a Pocado that is very close to this flight path. Might see some teams jump there. And we have Los Leonos, one of the larger cities. Definitely could probably get 2 or 3 teams inside Los Leonos and never know that each other were there. We've got El Pozo kind of up there as well. Another good place. A lot of loot there for the teams. Might see 1 or 2 that go there. But very well could see a lot of teams kind of go out towards the truck stop. Kind of out there a little ways towards the east to get away from this flight path. And it looks like we have quite a few of our teams have already jumped out and then headed in towards that east direction, going right over Los Leonos. But we'll see where these teams do end up. Los Leonos is going to be inside a zone, and our very first zone is going to be on that eastern side of Myanmar. All right, this is going to be match number 2. We've got 3 more matches ahead of us after this. And we've got teams are jumping right in the heart in Los Leonos. Got team like I was. All right, we've got 2 teams going into El Pozo. We're gonna keep an eye on them. Looks like we did get a couple. Got some fights going on already. Lucy with some shots. All right, they're going to be kind of looting up. We'll have to definitely keep an eye on RPX and Complex Esports as they are in El Pozo. But let's jump in to Los Leonos. All right, we've got SORYN, Team 5, or SRYN. If I pronounced the team wrong, I do apologize. Ooh! Team 12, Velocity has a member down, and they have a member that's been eliminated. They're already kind of up here struggling just a little bit, but they could definitely make a comeback here. Joy Boy down. All right. And I believe that's... All right, we still got Velocity. Team 15 Velocity is still alive with only 1 member. Gamma Boo. Last man still stands. All right, we have Team 11. That's going to be Golden Phyra and ICe ELVES going at it. Sam is down with ICe ELVES. Luffy is down with ICe ELVES. ICe ELVES may be in a little bit of trouble here. All right, Golden Fire definitely moving in. We are down. Slaughter is down right now. Definitely was our going all out there. Definitely had 5 eliminations first match. ICe ELVES down and out just that quick. They are our first team out for match number 2. Golden Fire moving up with 4 eliminations for the team. All right, back up to team 14, team control. They do have 4 eliminations. I believe they just... all right, we are down 2. We just got team 9. QS has been eliminated. Team 7 top losers have been eliminated as well. We are now 12 teams that are remaining. 3 teams have been eliminated. All right, back over into Los Leonos. We do have quite a bit there. So we still have 3 teams or so in Los Leonos. Let's drop in with a Q17. It's still sitting as that full squad. They are sitting as a full squad inside Los Leonos. Got quite a few teams there. I believe Golden Phyra is also there with a full squad. They are. So let's go check out Broken Spirits, a full squad as well. So quite a few team members. 3 teams, quite a few people there inside Los Leonos. Is going to make for a really good fight for these 3 teams. All right, we've got MANIC. That is still up there, kind of in the Campo Militar up there. Let's go drop in with them. They are looting and suiting, grabbing the stuff that they need before they take on any fights here. All right, team 3, RPX. They got 4 eliminations. They are out there in that blue zone. They need to make their way into the zone, because as the zone does start to close in, it is going to be brutal. All right, jumping in with Broken Spirits. Golden Fire and Broken Spirits, both teams are still in Los Leonos. And they are playing it out here. Let's see. All right, we've got about 3 or so teams that are out in the blue zone, taking their time, working their way in. We've got 4 teams that's out there in that blue zone. We have Velocity that's out there. Definitely with Velocity being just a single player that is remaining, definitely going to see them kind of slow down a little bit, take their time going through the buildings, playing the zone, and trying to keep the team alive and trying to get up there in the top 5. Invincible zombies out there in the blue zone, working their way in. They are kind of split here. They are, again, team of 3 going on for match 2. All right, Q17. They have a member down, and they do have a member that's been out, so they are a team of 2. Cat and mouse around. Mr. got dropped. All right, Roshi. Mr. Roshi is down. Nice, beautiful shots there. And the team has been eliminated. And team 5 of SORYN up to a duo with 7 eliminations, and we are down to just 10 teams that are remaining. Bombo. Ooh. Is in trouble, guys. PRX was definitely getting surrounding them there. I believe that was team 4 that they just eliminated. Yes, team 4. Complex Esports down and out. We are 9 teams that are remaining for match number 2. Still got those 2 teams here in Los Leonos. Broken Spirits got a member down. If they can get this revive, they can at least be staying as a full team. They do have another one that was down, was very quickly there, that was being revived. And a Zero Mercy. Let's go drop in with Zero Mercy. Our winners are from match number 1. And they are currently have 0 eliminations. And they are sitting really close to the center of the zone. Kind of waiting it out. Alright, MANIC has made their way into the zone. Still kind of holding in. There looks like they are playing in the zone as well. So they are definitely waiting for those teams to be able to come in. All right, we are 9 teams that are remaining. All right, Zero Mercy. All right, our teams are starting to rotate around. And Nightmare getting hit a little bit. Our zone does shift here. Graveyard still in play, still there, kind of in the zone. Started in the zone and it still remains in the zone. We could very well see a Graveyard into the zone here. But there's a lot of good places for these teams to kind of start stacking up and preparing for. There's a lot of high places that these teams could get to and take teams out from the long range and never know where the bullet is going to be coming from until it is too late. Nexus is down and is gonna be a very down and out. It definitely was not gonna be an easy revive. Team Entity moving forward, 4 eliminations, in a team of 3. Dr. Bunzy. Dr. Bunny's the last one that is still standing for Broken Spirits. And Golden Fire definitely starting to move up on the ridgeline here. Zero Mercy kind of holding back just a little bit here. They do have 1 elimination on the board for their team. And the Velocity, last man still stands, holding strong, definitely playing that zone for sure. All right, we've got quite a few teams that are still kind of... The last one still stands. Got quite a few teams that are still full squad. Salmon goes down with a Zero Mercy and is definitely going to get picked up here and revived. All right, MANIC, as they're making their way, and they do have a little bit of a high point here, so this is going to be able to allow them to oversee the area before moving in. And Nightmare was down, revived, back up on their feet. Zero Mercy still sitting full squad. Golden Fire not too far from Zero Mercy. Lucy does have a really good place here. Definitely very smart, nice location. All right, we've got MANIC that is closing in. They're kind of still staying out there in that. They're just making their way into zone, holding up very nicely there. All right, Susie definitely getting some shots in. Oh, believe it. Staying in that window for a little too long, but it definitely has entity in their sights. All right, that zone closed in. All right, Lucy definitely providing that, or excuse me, Lucky up there, definitely providing the oversight of where these teams are. Definitely going to be relaying a lot of information back to the team that is down on the ground of where the remaining teams are. RPX with 9 eliminations. Lucky with the drop there. Mr. Flash may be in trouble. And Mr. Flash down and out. Inspector Lucky with in sights. Zero Mercy kind of bunching up. Lucky has a great advantage here and is still sitting inside that zone. Zero Mercy with 1 elimination. All right, they are working tremendously quick here to be able to get back up on their feet, now sitting as a full squad. All right, Golden Fire down to a duo. Only 1 member still remains. And Golden Fire are down and out. And we have lost connection. Let's get there. All right, Zero Mercy. They are in trouble. 2 of their members down. Inspector, the last one that is still up and standing. Zero Mercy just lost another member. Nightmare is down. And Inspector gets taken out from behind by Lucy. RPX up to 15 eliminations. And they are working hard here, trying to stay alive. Trying to keep those revives as well. All right, they're now a team of 3. If they can get to this other revive, they're going to be a full squad moving into the last. We've got 2 teams that are remaining. Just 2 teams. Lucy down. All right, MANIC definitely has shown up now. They are full squad. 5 eliminations. They do have a member that is down. Vortex almost jumped out of that car way too soon, but did not take any damage whatsoever. All right, Susie coming in from the long range. Definitely out there trying to provide that. Susie coming in could be in some trouble with Vortex right there waiting. Vortex goes down. Beautiful grenade. 2 teams remain. Nice shots by Turtle. Turtle is in trouble. Gets a drop. Trying to get the revive. Let's see. Turtle down and out. Nicely done. RPX taking the chicken at dinner for match number 2. MANIC coming in second. Zero Mercy coming in third. Here is 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. All right, that is it for match number 2. We've got one more match here. We've got 3 more matches ahead. Hang tight, stay with us. We'll get you in the back in that action with match number 3. All right. Match number 3. We're going to be here in Sandhawk. Now, Sandhawk, going from a few other, from the larger maps down to this smaller map, we are going to see a lot of teams jumping right on top of each other. So this map is going to be making very quick for some quick fights. And with any flight path, you can just about get anywhere, and boot camp is directly in this flight path. Very well could see some teams jump there in boot camp. We also got Paradise Resort. That is gonna be another hot spot for this. We've got Pan Am. That as well could be a place for these teams to jump down. May even see some teams kind of go towards the south and down towards Camp Charlie to really get away from this flight path and kind of give their team a little bit of an advantage to be able to get to that top 10 and get those placement points. But with this map, we are going to see some very quick fights. It all depends on where these teams are going to go. Looks like a lot of these teams are actually going towards that south side part of the flight path here. Not a lot of teams did make it into boot camp, but we have 2 teams inside Paradise Resort, and it is gonna be RPX. And oh, Lucy is down. Susie is down. All right, top losers definitely coming in very quick. RPX is in trouble. They have, looks like they may have at least one member that is still alive. Down and out, nicely done there with the top losers. Definitely coming in very quickly there with a DBS in hand. Alright, so top losers up to 4 eliminations really quickly. And RPX are down and out, and they are our first team out already really quickly. We've got a team down in Pan Am. Alright, our remaining 14 teams. And they are scattered out just enough to be able to get what they need, but still close enough to be able to take on fights really quickly. Q17 about to get into a fight here with Entity. All right, Team Entity, full squad. Q17, full squad as well. All right, Mr. Flash trying to push into the grenade, prepping that grenade. Can get a good grenade. Does a good, beautiful toss. Does get a little bit of a damage on Mr. Tiger there. All right, Corona's stuck inside of a building. And that Team Entity pushing really, really quickly. Corona's waiting. Was able to actually gets a beautiful drop. It tries to switch to his other weapon and is down and out. All right, Team Entity moving really quickly on a Q17. I believe they are the down and out. All right, Team Entity gonna be back up to that 4 full squad with 4 eliminations. MANIC is in trouble. We're dropping in with MANIC. They do have 2 of their members that are down. And it looks like Turtle is, oh, down and out that quick. That was absolutely crazy there. Very quick fight. And a team of 5, I believe they got the elimination for that team. But they have a member down, and looks like down and out. They are sitting with a team of 3, just being with a team of 3 with 2 eliminations. Team control moving in on them. All right, they have 2 eliminations and sitting as a full squad currently. All right, Pravda Esports. Team 9, and they're kind of closing in. They're staying very close to that zone. And dropping in with Broken Spirits here. Just down out the distance of Team 4, Complex Esports. And they are sitting as a team of 3. All right, we have 12 teams that remaining. Golden Fire out there in the blue zone near Camp Charlie. They're going to be rotating their way in. Along with ICe ELVES making their way in as well. All right, these remaining 12 teams do have really good position. So it looks like they're very well going to be waiting on that zone to shift before they make their next move. All right, Team 9 moving right on into Team 4. And Taxi there with a grenade closing in. DBS is in hand. Ooh! Jump shot and an elimination. Nicely done. Alright, Wishy, last one still stands for Complex Esports. And we've got more and more teams that are moving in. Top losers moving in as well. Wishy is in trouble. And is surrounded by about 4 other teams. All right, Mercy down and out. Team 9. Now going to be a team of 3. Great shots there on Teddy. Got tagged really hard there. And we've got quite a bit of teams that are bunching up right here. They are off just a little bit of a distance, but still close enough to take on one another. Alright, Golden Fire is still kind of playing it safe. 0 eliminations. They are working their way into zone, so they're going to try to come in to the last minute. Maybe potentially try to take the chicken dinner for this match. And we still have 12 teams that are remaining. And most of our teams are still sitting as that 4 full squad. So it is definitely going to make for a very nice end of the match fight here if we have quite a few teams with still sitting as a full squad. All right, Broken Spirits kind of still in that center zone. They are holding up a nice little compound. All right, Cooley getting his shots in. All right, top losers up to 6 eliminations for the team. All right, our teams are just kind of waiting it out. All right, our zone looks like it is starting to close in. Let's see where this zone is going to go. And Broken Spirits picked a very good place here to hold up. They are in the compound that is dead center of this zone. We've got 12 teams that are remaining. It is going to be an all-out brawl here for the last few zones. This is where it is gonna be absolutely crazy for the remaining teams. All right, Golden Fire kind of moving in. Let's actually drop in with ICe ELVES, team of 3. They've done really well holding themselves. All right, Golden Fire kind of moving in really quickly here. So ICe ELVES may be in a little bit of trouble. And Golden Fire not too far from him at all. All right, control. Team control with 2 eliminations. And they are snaking their way in. And Robin coming in. I believe they did get a drop there. And Ball is down. Hopefully Goldfire can get that revive and at least keep the team up to a full squad. But team control moving in really quickly. DBSs are in hand. Alright, Goldenfire coming in, swinging, and they're dropping. Team control down and out. Nicely done by Goldenfire. They did get dropped quite a bit, but they are all going to be back up. They do have 4 eliminations for the team now. All right, we are down to just 8 teams remain. And where we left off was going to be top losers. See if we can get, hopefully this load back up really quickly. And Zero Mercy, 2 of their members are down. One of them just went out. See if Zero Mercy can kind of stay alive here with being just a team of 3. All right, Zero Mercy. Looks like they're going to be holding up the only compound that is going to be still left within the side zone for them. Broken Spirits still has their compound. Velocity moving in. They do have a little compound for themselves, but they're going to be trying to move in. It is going to be a wide open area for these remaining 3 teams. Not gonna be a lot of cover at all for these teams, so these teams are gonna have to work really hard using the rocks, trees, smoke grenades, and everything to be able to try to move in a little bit closer or find that prime angle to be able to take out the teams. Team Velocity still with a solid 4-man team. Zero Mercy, 5 eliminations, sitting as a duo right now. I'm Broken Spirits making their way in. They have 5 eliminations. And they are sitting as a team of 3. Team Velocity could have the upper hand here, since they do outnumber the other 2 teams. They have to play safe, play smart, and be able to move in. All right, NGL. Ooh, nice drop. Zero mercy. Down to a solo Nightmare. Last one still stands, and that zone is closing in really quickly. Hopefully Nightmare does not go out to zone. Teddy with a Broken Spirits. He's the last one that is still standing, playing that zone, trying to move in. But Team Velocity throwing those grenades, trying to get moving in. I believe that Teddy is going to be the last one for a Broken Spirits. A beautiful grenade. Nightmare stays alive and is down and out. Absolutely crazy there. So Team Velocity taking that chicken dinner. Zero mercy coming in a second. Broken Spirits coming in third. All right, here is a 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. And 13 through 15. All right, guys, that is it for match number 3. 2 more ahead. And we are going to get you into match number 4 here momentarily. Hang tight with us. We'll get you back into that action. All right, match number 4 back here in Myanmar. All right, these teams are still battling it out for that top $250 cash prize pool. And our flight path here is coming out of kind of the northern part of the map all the way down to Puerto, with Los Leonos once again inside the flight path. San Martin, Hacienda, Graveyard, Picado, Truck Stop, LLR. Got some good places for these teams to definitely jump down, grab some loot, and suit up and get ready for the fights to come. Might see quite a few teams kind of jump out towards the El Pozo area, maybe even out a little bit farther, trying to get away from this flight path. All right, our teams are getting off this plane. Looks like with this was kind of a 50-50 split towards the first half to the back half of this, but our first zone is going to be with Los Leonos. A lot of our teams may or well actually wind up in Los Leonos. So we're going to definitely see some very quick fights here in the Los Leonos. Our teams that are out there a little ways have the area to themselves. All right, we're going to jump right into... We're going to wait for those teams that are going over Los Leonos to get on the ground before we actually jump in with them. We do have Team 17, a Q17 that is already on the ground. We do all of our teams. We have 3 teams in Los Leonos Golden Fire. Let's jump in with them. Ooh! Golden Fire already down to just 3, just that quick. We saw one of their members get completely ran over, so they're going to be starting this match with being just a team of 3 after quickly losing one of their members. All right, we have ICe ELVES, Q17, and Golden Fire inside Los Leonos. We'll definitely keep an eye on those. We've got Team of Velocity just on the south side of Los Leonos. So right now, Los Leonos is going to be our spot for these teams. We've got the remaining teams are scattered out very nicely. They're going to have plenty of time to be able to grab what they need. Q17 is starting match 4 here, being just a team of 3. So we'll have to see how well they can hold up to these full squads. We have seen them go against full squads and still be able to make it somewhere into the top 5, top 10. Our teams that are currently here are kind of staying inside the buildings as much as possible. We have a total of 13 teams this match. Team 15, Invincible Zombies. Got team control that's just kind of out there just a little ways. Ooh, JPK gets a hit and does escape. But loses a tire, so that is going to be a little challenge to be able to try to get away. Ooh, let's head right in back with a golden fire. They have a member down. They do have one elimination, so they're going to be a team of 3 while inside of Los Leonos. And a Q17 already down to just a solo. Let's see how well they can hold up with the 2 teams that are still inside. Los Leonos with them. Hopefully they can kind of wait it out, hide it out, and be able to get... Well, Q17, my bad. That looks like they've all disconnected. Hopefully they all come back. Let's go check them all out. Let's see if they're actually in some sort of places where they can actually come back without being hit. All right, looks like Q17, they have all disconnected. And they're all in like some sort of corners. Again, hopefully they'll come back so they can finish out this. All right, Team Velocity, still kind of on the south side of Los Leonos. Team Entity making their way kind of in the northern portion of Los Leonos. We've got teams that are moving in. Ooh, we've got Top Losers over here. And they were just about to take on a fight. With zero mercy. Cooley is down with it. And Top Losers. All right, they are throwing grenades. Zello goes down. Can Zello get revived? That's going to be able to keep Top Losers at least up to a team of 3. And a Top Losers down and out by zero mercy, putting them up with 4 eliminations for the team. All right, MANIC closing in on Team Velocity. Let's go check them out. Vortex down and out, and so is that. All right, MANIC got another one of their members down, but Team Velocity is hurting. It looks like they've got quite a few of their members that are down, but is getting revived. All right, Team Velocity just eliminated MANIC. And just up on top of there is going to be Team Entity. Nexus with some shots, gets 2 drops. Can they confirm the 2 more kills? All right, Nexus with a grenade. Nice kills. Nexus with 2 eliminations, putting Team Entity on the board with 2 eliminations. All right, Joy Boy, last one I believe is still standing for Team Velocity, unless the other member has just disconnected though. RPX, 2 eliminations. They've got 2 of their members down. Team Control with 2 members down as well, or 2 members down as well. So let's see if they can take out RPX. Control coming in with a revive. All right, Robin healing up. All right, they're going to go for that revive, and so it definitely going to try to keep them a full squad. RPX being a team of 3. Let's see if they can stay a team of 3, and it looks like they will be. And Katie is back up. All right, Donkey is down with a Team Control, maybe down and out here. All right, Team Control now just being a team of 3. All right, Broken Spirits still being a full squad. They're gonna be, looks like they may be joining the party here with the Team Control and RPX. Both of these teams are hurting, so Broken Spirits may have a little bit of advantage since they are fully healed up. All right, we've got 9 teams that are remaining in Team Control, being a team of 3 right now. RPX closing in the building. Shotguns are in hand. Ooh. Nice shots there. RPX now up to 7 eliminations. And Broken Spirits trying to come in. All right, Broken Spirits holding back there, and they're not really ready to make a full push, but not gonna lie, with a Broken Spirits is closing in, trying to maintain the distance, but still be able to watch and get a good angle on RPX. Dr. Bunnies is back up, fully healed up. All right, that blow zone, them gonna be out here in this blue zone. They're gonna be fighting each other, plus trying to stay alive. All right, our zone closed in, still keeping majority of Los Leonos inside play. Our zone just reshifted. Let's go quickly jump with Zero Mercy and see what these teams are gonna be dealing with if the zone does stay right here. It looked like a Solomon was definitely having a little bit of fun there, drifting. All right, Zero Mercy has a good kind of a hilltop here. This is going to kind of have the south side of Los Leonos. Shots are being fired. And Potato moving in and trying to get a little bit of height here to be able to oversee. Golden Fire with a member down and is going to be revived and back up on their feet, keeping them a team of 3. All right, Q17 still completely disconnected, and they are still alive even with that zone closing in, and they have made it to kind of the top 7, if not at least the top 5. Broken Spirits, a team of 3 out there in that blue zone. They're going to be rotating in here. Golden Fire has already made it into the zone, so they're going to very well could be taking on Zero Mercy. Teddy is down. Is it down inside of this blue zone? Alright, not gonna lie, getting grenaded quite a bit and is gonna be able to escape them. Alright, not gonna lie, taking some damage, jumps out of the buggy way too soon, hits the ground, and gets dropped. Dr. Bunny is coming in with a revive. Nicely done, very quick clutching, very quick thinking there. Alright, 5 teams that are remaining. Alright, headed with Entity. Mr. Flash, last one still stands. Dr. Bunny's down and out. Lost Boy gets healed up very quickly there, and is it gonna make it into zone? Zero mercy. Now down to just a team of 3. Team 5 just been eliminated by Zero Mercy. Zero Mercy with up to 11 eliminations for the team, and it looks like they're about to get 2 more, maybe 3. Nightmare with the shots with an M4. Nicely done. Alright, they're up to 13 eliminations. And it is gonna be Zero Mercy versus Golden Fire. And there is only 1 player that remains. Can player 1 hold it together for Golden Fire, trying to give them a chicken dinner for match number 4 here? Player 1 is in trouble. That zone's moving in, and it is starting to hurt. Nice shots. Player 1 gets another drop, gets an elimination, goes back for it, and is down and out. I believe went out to zone. Zero Mercy taking that chicken dinner for match number 4. Golden Fire coming in 2nd. Entity coming in 3rd. Here's 4 through 6. Seven through 9. 10 through 12. And team 13, or coming in 13th place, it's going to be Top Losers. All right, that is it for match number 4. We're going to get you here on our last match for tonight for the Sushi's Universe Season 1 League Finals. All right, we are on our last match for tonight for the Sushi's Universe Season 1 League Finals. These teams have battled it out, have tried to go for those placement points, trying to go for kill points, trying to take home that $250 cash prize pool. All right, we've got a very southern flight path coming out of Primorsk all the way over to Milta Power. We've got the military base that is in this flight path. We've got the quarry that is really close. May see one or two teams kind of jump soon off there. We've got Pachinki, School, and Rozik out there just a little ways, but are very doable for these teams to jump down, grab a vehicle, and move out in that direction. Same with Yazanaya Polyana. May see some teams kind of jump out towards the end of the flight path, pick up a vehicle, and move out to Yazanaya Polyana. And it looks like we're going to have two teams right off the bat inside of Primorsk. So that is going to be for a quick fight here. And we looks like we have 9 teams for this last match. But jumping right on in with Team 15. And the shots are definitely fired between the two teams. Team 15, a full squad. Invincible Zombies going up against ICe ELVES. One of these teams are gonna be coming out of Primorsk alive. Let's see which team it's gonna be. So ICe ELVES already down to just a team of 3. Did Team 15 get it? They did. Alright, so Team 15 is going to be outnumbering ICE ELVES. We got a lot going on. Let's head over to Milta really quickly, where we have quite a bit of teams. There's a lot of action going on over here in Milta. So we'll keep an eye on those other teams. We're going to drop in here and see what is going on. We've got Zero Mercy. We've got MANIC. We've got Broken Spirits. We have SORYN. SORYN, excuse me. Team 5. Team 5 with just one elimination right now. MANIC has a member down. Broken Spirits with a team member down. Dr. Bunnies is down and is gonna be eliminated. Alright. Broken Spirits, not gonna lie, is one of 2. Teddy's still alive as well. So Broken Spirits is a duo team inside Milta. And Team 15 came out on top. Invincible Zombies coming out on top there inside Primorsk. Alright, they're going to be looting that area up very nicely for themselves. So back over to Milta here, where we're going to be dropping in right on top of MANIC. MANIC, with it being a team of 3, they do have now a member down and out. So Vortex is down. MANIC may be in trouble. Can they get the revive? Yes! They're going to get that revive. That's going to keep them as a duo. Alright, MANIC, both members, so they're up to a duo squad here. Alright, Lost Boy waiting patiently to see if any member of MANIC is going to come out that building. It does, but was not quick enough to get any shots off. Lost Boy gets a drop and gets dropped as well. Ooh, and MANIC down and out. SORYN. Alright, they are up to 5 eliminations and a team of 3. Alright, with the 6 teams that are remaining, a lot of these teams are going to have plenty of time. We are just in Zone 1 right now, so there's plenty of time for the remaining teams to loot, grab, and get whatever they need. Alright, and Coley. Alright, Zero Mercy. Let's see. 3 eliminations, a full squad. Will they be able to take out the last 2 members of Team 5? Lost Boy is down, or was hit. Definitely got a disconnected. Cole, last one with a shotgun. Can they hold it? Can they keep him alive? Gets a drop just at last minute with and is down and out. Zero Mercy with 5 eliminations now and still sitting as a full squad. All right, Team Control. 1 elimination and they are going to be a full squad taking on Velocity. Let's go see. Is Velocity a full squad? They have a member that's disconnected, so they're going to be a team of 3 here. And JPK has been dropped for Team Control. All right, Team Control still trying to get rid of Velocity here. They're going to stay out there in that zone. All right, they're going to grab the car. Nice shots by Control. Control coming in with a revive. Alright, Gamma Bayou trying to come in with a revive, but it's off at a little bit of a distance. Alright, we are 4 teams that remain, and none of our teams have rotated into the zone. Gamma trying to close in on a Joy Boy. And Gamma, last one, still stands for Velocity now. Ooh, really good grenade. Gamma gets hit. Control trying to find a better angle. Control pushing in, rotating, still trying to get a good, working on getting a good angle. And Gamma is in trouble, does get a nice heal off there, is back to almost full health. Nicely done by Control. Alright, Control and Robin are out there in that blue zone. Gonna need to make their way into zone, as this zone is gonna start hurting here very quickly. Alright, we are down to just 3 teams that are remaining. Alright, Golden Fire with 4 eliminations. Alright, player 1 trying to get some shots there. Alright, Slaughter down there in the action. shotgun in hand. Slaughter comes out with it on top there with a shotgun. Nicely done, bringing Golden Fire up to 6 eliminations. Zero mercy. Zero mercy coming in. Golden Fire with 2 members that have been dropped. Can they revive? Nightmare, last one still stands for a zero mercy. Alright, Nightmare down and out. Golden Fire now up to 8 eliminations, and we've got 2 teams that are remaining. Alright, we'll put these last 2 teams up here so you can see them both. Alright, team control, just a duo. Golden Fire up to 8 eliminations, sitting as a full squad. These 2 teams are gonna play it all the way out to the very end of the zone. And Golden Fire definitely trying to get to that center. This is going to be a 4v2 for our final match tonight for the Sushi's Universe Season 1 League. Alright, these teams are just kind of driving around, really just killing time and waiting for that zone to close in. All right, Robin. And Control. Both are still standing. Let's see if they can take on a Golden Fire as they are moving in right on top of them. Control gets a drop. Nicely done, GG's. All right, and Golden Fire coming in first. Control coming in second. Zero Mercy coming in third. Here's your rankings for 4 through 6. 7 through 9. All right, that is it for tonight's. Thank you guys for so much for tuning in, hanging out, chilling with this, supporting the teams and supporting the stream. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Until next stream, guys, I will catch y'all later on another stream on another time. Y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all's Friday.